Good evening, friends.
Hello.
Wherever you may be listening, we are Dan and Faith, coming to you live from finally clearing off Charlestown, New Hampshire.
We've been in a fog all week.
Yeah, today is the first day we've seen Mount Ascutney, which is right outside, for a week. We've kind of missed it. So this is our sort of every now and again birthday bash. Yesterday was Dan's birthday. Tomorrow is my birthday. And this is one of 2 days in the year when I am actually 2 years younger than him. We fix that again tomorrow. And we feel like doing this every now and again, and I'm going to switch over so we can see comments. Hey, Debbie! And Mary, wonderful to see you both.
Hey.
And so we're going to share a bunch of songs, a lot of our new ones, and I haven't...
Almost everything on this is new songs and songs that are getting recorded for the album that we're working on.
So you guys get to hear them live. All right, so this one, for those of you who have not been to our front porch, or even those of you who have, we'd like to share our front porch with you.
Got it.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... Dinner's done, sun is set, golden sky fades into gray. From the porch we watch the mist rise from fields across the way. Sunset mutes the cardinal's call, owl awakens in the trees. The cricket song is everywhere, fading sunlight steals the breeze. Twilight time in the meadow, looking out across the hay. Twilight time in the meadow, gentle landing of the day. As the glow of sunset dims, valley shows its distant lights. Fireflies illuminate, stars begin to greet the night. Dissipating warmth of day, pull your sweater close around. Close your eyes, sit back, enjoy all the meadow's hidden sounds. Twilight time in the meadow, looking out across the hay. Twilight time in the meadow, gentle landing of the day. Winter meadow is
Crisp and white,
silent as the snow drifts in. We enjoy from indoors then, and dream of when summer begins. And dream of when summer begins. Twilight time in the meadow, looking out across the hay. Twilight time in the meadow, gentle landing of the day. Twilight time in the meadow, gentle landing of the day. And yes, Walter, your math is absolutely correct. Technically, in 2024, our birthdays are 364 days apart. Our birth dates are 367 in the other direction. So, thanks, Debbie. All right.
All right. So, well, that song came from this project that we've been talking about much of the year called February Album Writing Month. The idea of this is to write 14 songs in the 28 days of February. And it's write lyrics, music, record a quick demo and upload it to this website for this project that people all over the world do. And, well, we both decided to give this a try with no real expectations, and we both ended up with 14 songs.
Which neither one of us really expected to do. So now we had 28 new songs to work with. And so we've slowly been sort of working through them. We've got several of them that are being recorded for our next album, which we're very excited about. Hey,
Yep.
Kathy, hope you're doing well, and hope you got the address that I sent you.
We think we both sent it to her.
In which case, you probably did get it.
Yep. So Twilight Time in the Meadow was one of Faith's songs from February.
Yes. And I walked into February with absolutely no idea what I was going to write about. Dan walked in with ideas.
I had a couple days before February started, we were at a friend's concert, and I wrote down like 15 possible song titles or ideas, and they were all things around the Upper Valley, which is this area where we live. That's the Connecticut River Valley in this part of New Hampshire and Vermont, going up the river from where we are. And so this particular one is about a little village up a little north of here called White River Junction. It was a bustling railroad town back in the day. Ready?
I think so.
Where the White River meets the Connecticut flow, there's a village where the trains used to go. Rail yards handled all kinds of freight, and a beautiful station where passengers wait. The buildings once wore a coat of black soot from steam engines, coal and wood. These days the air is cleaner by far, but most folks get here by car. White River Junction, where the tracks meet, hotels and shops, and places to eat. Trains still stop here, just one each way. Back in the past there were 50 a day. Theaters bring folks for a night on the town. The cartoon school is world-renowned. A science museum with wonders galore. There's plenty here to explore. White River Junction, where the tracks meet, hotels and shops, places to eat. Trains still stop here, just one each way. Back in the past there were 50 a day. Tracks go south down the Great River and way up north to Quebec. West along the White River's banks and east to New Hampshire and Maine. Named for the rail lines that met on this ground, Hartford, Vermont is the actual town. Whichever you call it, you'll find history in this village of treasures to see. White River Junction, where the tracks meet, hotels and shops, places to eat. Trains still stop here, just one each way. Back in the past there were 50 a day. White River Junction, where the tracks meet, hotels and shops, places to eat. Trains still stop here, just one each way. Back in the past there were 50 a day. Yes, back in the past there were 50 a day. It's a cool little village.
It is a very cool little village. And the cartoon school, which is world renowned, it actually has Charles Schultz's collection there on site. And friends of ours, their elder daughter just graduated from there this past year and has been writing and drawing some amazing books.
Yep.
So. And hi, Brenda.
Hello. Got all kinds of folks on tonight.
Yeah, from various walks of life here, or walks of our life.
Well, I haven't yet had a chance to write something in response to all the birthday greetings on Facebook.
Oh, I know.
But, you know, it's,
Talk about from all parts of your life.
yeah, I mean, it's just part of what's just amazing on that is, you know, reading through all of them and thinking about how I know each of these people from different aspects of my life and my history. So it's very cool.
I mean, Facebook has a lot of issues. Facebook birthdays
Yeah, that's one of the better
are
things.
awesome. So,
Absolutely.
yeah. So, this next song is actually not one of the ones that we did for April.
Or February.
February. Where did April come from?
I don't know.
I have no idea where that happened. Actually, yes, I do. It was written in April of 2021. So, but we, as various songwriting contests and such come up around the calendar, we send off, you know, some of Dan's songs and some of my songs in hopes that somebody might like something that we came up with. And we've been doing this for years. And this year, somebody liked 2 of my songs. And this is one of them. So we are very excited that the first weekend in February, we will be performing 2 of my songs live on the main stage at the South Florida Folk Festival in Davie, Florida. And this is one of the 2. And once you hear the song, you might understand why I purposely sent it to the South Florida Folk Festival Songwriting Contest. I need a quick sip.
Okay.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... My name is George, no one knows, but I feel it in my heart, where I know that it won't show. I face the world, it cannot see. Even those who love me, they look, but they don't see. They just see Emily. My name is George, I must not tell, especially my father, my life would go to hell. I'd be disowned, tossed out the door. So I keep pretending, knowing in my core, I'm not Emily. I never felt right as a girl. That's not who I am. Maybe when I leave for college, then I'll be free to be me.
His name is George, I didn't know. I found it in the note he left that said he had to go. My little girl is now my son. It takes some getting used to, but I'm telling everyone he's George, not Emily. I love you, George, I always will. There's nothing that can change that.
You called me George. I love you, Dad. I thought that you would hate me, but you don't, and I'm so glad you called me George.
Yes, I'm telling
Dad is telling everyone my name is George. So I think you can understand why we would want to send it off to the South Florida Folk Festival, because that's the sort of place where we need to sing songs like this. And we actually played this at a folk cafe in North Miami, Florida last year. It was very well received, and there was a trans woman in the audience. And at the break, she and I struck up a conversation that I think we probably would not have had if I had not written and we had not played this song. She was looking to get the hell out of Florida and wanted to know if New Hampshire was a safe place. We kind of recommended Massachusetts or Vermont, but I appreciated the fact that she figured I must be safe if I was singing this song. So I got to change to the bass.
You do.
And we're back to the upper valley again.
Yeah. Let's see if I can get my sinuses a little happier here. Yeah.
Yeah, first we had humidity, then we didn't have humidity, then we had way too much humidity. The instruments are confused too.
All right. I'm going to roll this sleeve up just slightly.
Yep.
See if that makes a difference. So we'll take you up to a place that we love to go to for either late breakfast or lunch, depending on how early we get up, which is usually not very.
Yeah, and sometimes lunch becomes lunch and dinner because
you'll understand when you hear the
why
song.
when you hear it.
Ready?
Yep.
It's 110 in the kitchen. Nicole's slinging corned beef hash. Sings Broadway tunes as we listen, while serving up plates in a flash. The pancakes are bigger than plates. Order one or two if you dare. Don't miss the hash browns or salsa. Tofu scramble for those who care. 'Cause everything served here is local, mostly made here in this place. This diner is so worth the stop, with something to please every taste. The portions are huge, the service is great. You won't leave hungry today. There are dinosaurs up on the counter, Broadway posters on every wall. There's a bobblehead Bernie with mittens. This place entertains one and all. 'Cause everything served here is local, mostly made here in this place. This diner is so worth the stop, with something to please every taste. The portions are huge, the service is great. You won't leave hungry today. Broken pipes in the middle of winter won't keep the patrons away. In Vermont, nothing will hinder. Heartland Diner is open today. 'Cause everything served here is local, mostly made here in this place. This diner is so worth the stop, with something to please every taste. The portions are huge, the service is great. You won't leave hungry today. The portions are huge, the service is great. You won't leave hungry today.
The Heartland Diner,
Yeah.
one of the coolest places.
And there truly are Broadway posters on all the walls. There's Tony Awards and Olivier Awards up over the coffee machine.
Yep, plastic dinosaur toys all over the main counter with at least 3 different magic 8 balls, including a
One of them is a Jewish eight.
a Jewish magic 8 ball that answers with things like you call that a question? It's hysterical. And we actually took the banjo and the bass up to the diner one day on a fairly quiet, I think it was a Monday.
Yeah.
And when there was a break in the cooking, we told our waitress to let Nicole, who's the owner / cook, know that we had a song for her. And so she came out, and as soon as she came out, we tuned up, and she pulled out her phone to record. And all the people at the other 2 full tables pulled out their phones to record, and we sang the song for her. And we were nervous because
Didn't know how she would take it. She had quite the frown when we got to the broken pipes in the middle of winter, which actually happened last winter.
Everything in the song is 100% truth. But when we got to the end of the song and finished with the last notes, she just let out a woohoo! And we knew we had a winner.
And then she posted it on Facebook, of course, because that's what happens to everything.
Pretty much. And so that and with a comment of, more people should be like Dan and Faith and write songs about the diner.
So that was another one of mine from February, and this one coming up. So I was working on some song, and I'll have to go hunt through my notebooks to see if I can figure out what I was trying to write.
Song it was, yeah.
But I stretched out and took a nap, and I woke up with an entire song. And this one's a thank you note. Ready?
Yes.
I was writing a song when the song got in the way. A tale from the past that led me here today. I was not yet 20, so many years ago. A friendly hand outstretched to a kid you did not know. Along a country road that follows the river, climb up a winding path to the forest high above. In a small clearing stands a log cabin home and a rustic old barn made of love and wood and stone. So thanks for the memories, for taking me in, for making space in your lives when I needed it. Thanks for your kindness and open hearts. Thanks for the memories, and thanks for this song. Out across the valley, Storm King Mountain stands, a bend in the Hudson embraces from below. The view from this home, in this special place, belongs to a couple with open hearts and grace. I was young and lonely, searching for my path in life, an escape from city drama and its taxing price. We met upon a sailboat. You said, "Come and stay." I think back on that kindness every single day. So thanks for the memories, for taking me in, for making space in your lives when I needed it. Thanks for your kindness and open hearts. Thanks for the memories, and thanks for this song. We sailed and worked the gardens, watched the shifting tides, read the waves and currents as storm clouds rolled by. Each day brought new lessons to shape a young man's life. From environment to history, we stood up for what's right. Singing out for civil rights, the river and clean air. Always sharing kindness, a good meal's like a prayer. No matter where we came from, we all sang as one. We are singing still, the work is never done. So thanks for the memories, for taking me in, for making space in your lives when I needed it. Thanks for your kindness and open hearts. Thanks for the memories, and thanks for this song. Thanks for your kindness and open hearts. Thanks for the memories. Capo was a little loose. It's driving me nuts.
I was trying to figure out what the buzzing was, and I finally figured out it was probably your capo.
Loose capo.
So, hey, Cav. Happy New Year to you and Janet and Sailor and the pup. And yeah.
I'll take your bass. That's probably my favorite of all the songs that I wrote in February. Thank you to a very special couple who
And
made a
what,
big difference in my life.
and what I love is that he doesn't mention who they are. Anyone who recognizes the scenery in it will know instantly who it is. But other than that, it's just a beautiful thank you note to mysterious benefactors, for whom I am grateful as well. So, though not for the same reasons. So, anyway, so that was what happened to him when he fell asleep, and he woke up with a new song. I fell asleep. By the way, in the middle of February, we went on tour.
In Florida.
In Florida. So about half the songs were written here in New Hampshire, and the other half were written on the road, which, that was kind of fun. And so he fell asleep and came up with this song. And, hey, Tom. And I fell asleep sitting under a palm tree in a campground in the Everglades. And when I woke up, I didn't have a song, I had a 7-foot alligator.
Might even been bigger, we don't know.
At least 7-foot alligator sitting on the edge of the lake that we were camped around.
See if I can show a picture
Yeah,
from
Dan,
this.
Dan
It'll be
will
kind of
attempt.
silly because I'm not going to try to actually bring it up into
No,
StreamYard.
but you can sort of hold it
yeah,
up.
you keep talking, I'll
Yeah,
find
yeah.
it.
So I texted Dan, get your camera, and grabbed my lawn chair and started backing up. And he slowly wandered his way. That's our friend. He slowly wandered his way through our campsite. And I figured, well, doggone it, if he was going to go to all the trouble of walking through our campsite, the least I could do is write a song about him.
So this is also the other song for the South
Oh
Florida
yes,
Folk
this
Festival.
I figured since the song was born in Florida, the least I could do is do that. And I'm going to turn that down a little bit. So.
Okay. And you'll notice that I'm not the bass player in the family.
And somewhere along the line, when we were out on tour back in October, he started playing bass lines on this, and he was having so much fun with it. I just handed him my bass. And Debbie, yeah, it was scary but fascinating. And we ended up.
Oh, and the picture was with a 500 millimeter lens on a big camera. That was
very
not that
long
close.
telephoto. And we ended up as he walked through our campsite, Dan in the doorway of the van holding his camera, and me with my hand on the door ready to slam it if he even so much as looked our way. He didn't. I got a good song out of it. So, all right. And I'll start and have you come in. Your half beat.
Okay.
Yep. There we go. Alligator, fearsome beast, living in U.S. Southeast. Prehistoric hunter bold, majestic creature to behold. Gator, gator in the lake, looks asleep but wide awake. Rabbit, rabbit on the shore, gator lunge, no bun, no more. Gator, gator in the sun, looking out for number one. Gator, gator wants a snack, baby bird ain't coming back. Gator, gator in the mud, hunting for the smell of blood. Turtle, turtle moving slow, gator belly says hello. That's his one line in the entire song. Gator, gator on the beach, listens to the seagull screech. Seagull, seagull lands too close, seagull's end is grandiose. Gator, gator running wild, striding toward a little child. Mama, mama thinking fast, grabs the kid as she runs past. Alligator needs respect, ancient hunting intellect. Give the gator lots of space, you lose if you're face to face. living in U.S. Southeast, prehistoric hunter bold, majestic creature to behold. Gator, gator running wild. Gator, gator. And he was kind of freaky, but he was beautiful. And I figured he needed a song. And I was tickled pink that that was one of the two that got chosen. So.
All right, now we'll take you from nice and light and fun. Well, except for the critters got eaten.
Well, yeah, and now we're into the dark part of the show. I can take the bass back.
Yeah, you probably want the bass for this.
Yeah.
This song is a true story from here in the Upper Valley. One of our friends at the start of February said, this would make a great folk song.
She was not wrong.
And it's a sad tale. Sounds all right. It was on one of the songs earlier. It was starting to drift. So I touched it up. All right. This is called Where Fire Once Burned. Ready?
Yep.
Do that again. Born of fire, our neighbor Mount Ascutney, standing tall above the great river valley, a volcano went extinct long ago, weathered down to the mountain we know. Next to the mountain is the village of Ascutney, not incorporated, just a friendly place to be. For a century folks worked farms on this strand before the highway came and robbed their land. Most folks sold to the state with no real choice. No one would listen, the farmers had no voice. Just one refused to leave, the herd he'd milked by hand, made clear this was where he'd make his stand. It was late at night, 1964. Romaine Tenney turned out the cows, nailed shut the door, set fire to the barn, and then the house, an inferno the firefighters could not douse. News of the fire spread across the nation. One tree survived the mighty conflagration. By 2021, that old tree was done. Branches were cut down one by one. Where the tree once stood, now there's a plaque to remember the farmer, the one who fought back. Only the stump and flowers remain in memory of a farmer named Romaine. In memory of a farmer named Romaine.
As we said, the dark part of the of the evening.
So they were building I-91, and the last farmstead that they visited of the day to figure out where they were routing the highway was that of Romaine Tenney, who had grown up on this farm, had his dairy cattle, and lived off the grid except for the milking equipment in the barn. They had already come for him and, for his stuff, took everything other than the cows and him, basically. And they were coming for him the next morning to physically haul him out because he wouldn't leave the land. He turned the cows out, tied the dog up to a tree, torched the barn, took hammer and nails, nailed shut every door to the house,
with him inside.
and torched the place.
And this was 1964. In 1921,
2021.
in 2021, the one tree that survived the fire, which is probably the one that he tied the dog to, was located at a park and ride at exit 8, and the tree had died and was dropping dead branches on people's cars and damaging cars. And VTrans, the
Vermont Public,
Department of Transportation, went to the town and said, we need to take this tree down, and
nobody would touch it.
No one in the area would touch the tree. They had to bring someone in from outside the area to take it down, and even this person who took it down said, I'm not taking the stump. They left the stump, they planted perennials around it, and the stump, and there's a plaque at the park and ride that explains that, Romaine Tenney's farm, and that it was taken as part of the creation of the highway. And it mentions that he died in the fire. It does not mention that he set the fire. It was. It's a well-known story in this area, and there are people in the area. His nieces and nephews are still in the area. It's a local family. And we played this at a show last summer, and someone in the audience said that their family farm was one of the ones that was taken for the highway. So it's a touchy subject around here.
And the highway is certainly useful, but originally it was supposed to go up the other side of the state.
And on the one hand, we're actually kind of happy that we have this handy highway, but it comes at a cost.
And Debbie, so apparently if they had not gone to his farm that day, there's this rumor that it might not have crossed his farm if they had waited till the next day.
Because it would have been a different team going in the next day.
Or just like, we're not capable this yet.
We're not.
But yeah, it would have just like they might have looked elsewhere, or there was enough room to be side to side, but it's what happened. And so that's one of the joys of eminent domain. Mm-hmm. So we will go to a happier subject, and one that Kevin might enjoy.
Should be near and dear to Kevin's heart.
Yeah.
So you have to write down the intro for this.
Just the first two lines. Dance, Izzy, dance, spin to the music. Dance, Izzy, dance, all through the day. Dance, Izzy, dance, the future is waiting to see what young Izzy will be. A doctor, a nurse, healing the wounded, finding a cure to help all mankind. It's all up to you. Follow your passion, follow your dreams, wherever you go. And dance, Izzy, dance, spin to the music. Dance, Izzy, dance, all through the day. Dance, Izzy, dance, the future is waiting to see what young Izzy will be. Maybe an astronaut flying to Mars, or an astronomer studying stars. It's all up to you. Follow your passion, follow your dreams, wherever you go. So dance, Izzy, dance, spin to the music. Dance, Izzy, dance, all through the day. Dance, Izzy, dance, the future is waiting to see what young Izzy will be. A teacher, a singer, a lawyer or chef, helping the homeless, the blind or the deaf. Whatever you do it with passion. Whatever you do it with love. Don't rush to grow up, that way is folly. Live every day with laughter and joy. We're here to cheer, to listen and help you. The future future is yours, we'll watch and be proud. So dance, Izzy, dance, spin to the music. Dance, Izzy, dance, all through the day. Dance, Izzy, dance, the future is waiting, waiting to see what young Izzy will be. Waiting to see what young Izzy will be. For young Isabella Gwen.
Yeah. It's our grandniece, my brother Kevin's granddaughter, who is absolutely mortified that we wrote a song about her. But
it's her fault I wrote the song. So the first time we met Izzy and her brother Caden,
yep.
We had stopped through north of Atlanta where they live, and we were hanging out with the kids, and I pulled out the banjo, and I was just vamping a little bit on the banjo, and instantly both kids were dancing. And that evening I sat down with my notebook and I wrote those lyrics.
And Izzy was a little bit easier to figure into the rhythm. And one of these days we will likely write a song for Caden, but it will have to have sports in it because he's a sports nut.
Where are we up to?
All right.
So Dance Izzy Dance obviously was not a February song because I wrote it some years ago,
Yeah.
but it finally got worked up to be on the album, so it has now been recorded.
Yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't have the mandolin part yet, but
Not yet.
it will. Or have something on it. We'll
It'll
see.
have something on it. I suspect it will not be released with a mandolin solo on it, but it will have something. All right.
There we go. I think I got it tight enough this time. So on to another one of Faith's
Yeah.
February songs.
So as I mentioned in February, I had absolutely no idea what I was going to write about when the month started. But there's this wonderful community of people out on the interwebs out there who
For this
for
project.
this whole project, and they throw out themes or ideas on what to write about or topics or something like that. And there's a gal here in New Hampshire who came. She put out a list of 50 racehorse names. One of which was Running Wild, which was the thing that I was trying to write a song about when the alligator walked through.
So
which is
Gator
Running
has,
Wild.
Yeah.
So that one was that come. But one of my favorite things that she did was she went to the Valspar Paint website, and she listed out about 100 different paint color names. There are some really imaginative paint color names. I want that job. That's a really cool job. And I got songs out of 2 of the paint color names. One was Deep Ocean Floor, which is a very dark blue. And we're not going to do that song because I haven't
Hasn't
worked
been
it up.
worked up.
It hasn't been worked up yet. It needs a bit of work. But this one came from a paint color of Hamster Cuddles, which is a dusty orangey pink, which I'm actually not too keen on the color, but the name was excellent. And it just needed to be a lullaby. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a... Sleep, my little one, hush, my little one, gently sleep. Dream of happiness, dream of joyfulness, dream of peace. Teddy bear snuggles and hamster cuddles will keep you safe. Sleep, my little one, gently sleep. We'll guard you, little one, under moon and sun in your nest. Wrap our love around, watch without a sound as you rest. The future's far away, we'll just take today as it comes. Sleep, my little one, gently sleep. We support you and hope you grow into your best self. We will care for you, be aware
too soon we know we will let you go. Until then, sleep, my little one, gently sleep.
Sleep, my little one, hush, my little one, gently sleep. Dream of happiness, dream of joyfulness, dream of peace. Teddy bear snuggles and hamster cuddles will keep you safe.
Sleep, my little one, gently sleep.
We support you and hope you grow into your best
I got the
self.
string off.
We will care for you, be aware of your needs and health.
All too soon we know we will let you go. Until then, sleep, my little one, gently sleep.
The future's far away, we'll just take today as it comes.
Sleep, my little one, gently sleep.
Sleep, my little one, gently sleep.
I'll retune the guitar before the next thing.
All right.
We just got a fiddle track for that.
We did, yes. Our dear friend John Kirk just recorded a fiddle track for that song, which we'll need to run it past our producer first, but I love the sound of it. Hey, Tamar. And poor John wasn't feeling well, but he figured that gave him the perfect opportunity to do some recording for us.
Yeah, although he said he's feeling better, so he's getting better.
Yep.
It was good.
All right.
All right. So I wrote this a few years back, but we did a lot of work on it back in April when we worked with our producer to come up with what we wanted, how to really finish this song off, and
Yes.
and it really came together. This is called.
And yes, John Fiddle is, and he did such a gentle, light. It was
Which is
exactly
what it needed, so,
it's
yeah.
John. He knows our music, so,
So,
he-
yeah.
he was the perfect choice.
So this one's called Se llama Juanita. Ready? Her name is Juanita, and she asks to stay. Her life was threatened just yesterday. She means no harm, just wants to farm, work the fields and earn an honest pay. But she just wants to live a simple life, escape the violence and the strife. She comes with her family to the land of the free to plead her case for a better life. Thug said, pack up and run, or else they take away her only son. She had no say, they took her land away. She came here to find better days, 'cause they just want to live a simple life, escape the violence and the strife. They come as a family to the land of the free to plead their case for a better life. They walked 2,000 miles or more, came to knock on liberty's door, through mountains and deserts, to this place, searching for a little peace and grace. They come because of the chaos that was made. The CIA meddled, then walked away. The junta we propped up erodes the freedom of hard-working people who want to live in peace. Se llama Juanita, déjala entrar. Se llama Juanita, déjala entrar. Se llama Juanita, déjala entrar. Se llama Juanita, she has traveled so far.
Se llama Juanita, déjala entrar. Her name is Juanita, let her in. And, you know, after we, the United States, went and messed up all of the governments in Central America, the people are being driven out by their own countrymen, and they come to a place that they believe is safe.
Interestingly, the Mexican government is offering to help with the southern border issue, and what they want in return is for the U.S. to invest in the Central American countries and basically clean up our mess.
Yes.
And also normalize relations with Cuba.
With Cuba. And Cuba is not the Cuba of old. Fidel is no more. So.
Neither is his brother.
And neither is his brother, for that matter. You know.
All right. Now we'll take you even further down. So, ready?
Yep.
I think I am. Let me play it up here. I think I'm going to tune.
It is a banjo.
It's a banjo. And
this banjo lives here in the house and does not go on tour with us because it's kind of large. And so it's...
my other banjo goes on the road with us, and I've been playing it a lot. But
and this one hasn't been played as much of late, and so
it hasn't been out of its case in quite a while.
Yeah, I should probably double check the bass too while we're at it. You know, wooden instruments and humidity changes, not a good combination. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, it's in pretty good shape.
You in good shape? All right. Ready?
Yep.
Where are you now, my darling, my sweetheart? Where do you sleep through the long nights? Where are you now, my darling, my sweetheart? Where are you now?
We met in the morning, danced in the evening, pledged to each other the very same day. Now you are gone to fight in the war. Here I sit lonely, waiting in tears.
They marched us for days, for weeks through the hillsides, off to the south with our cannons and guns. Brothers fought brothers, so many were slaughtered, waving the flags of tyrants and fools. Where are you now, my darling, my sweetheart? Where do you sleep through the long nights? Where are you now, my darling, my sweetheart? Where are you now?
We gather in church, we gather together, we mothers and daughters, orphans of war. Each day we wonder who will return, and will they be changed when they come home?
We sit round the campfires well after sunset, dream of our loved ones so far away. Will you still be there if we return, if we make it back home? Where are you now, my darling, my sweetheart? Where do you sleep through the long nights? Where are you now, my darling, my sweetheart? Where are you now?
It's been many years since we were together, far longer than the time we once
and bloody and deadly, like lambs to the slaughter. We were cut down here in this soil, we many lay resting, here for all time to sleep evermore. Where are you now, my darling, my sweetheart? Where do you sleep through the long nights? Where are you now, my darling, my sweetheart? Where are you, where are you now? Where are you now, my darling, my sweetheart? Where do you sleep through the long nights? Where are you now, my darling, my sweetheart? Where are you, where are you now?
And the story is set in the Civil War, but it's a modern story as well. When the war in Ukraine began, the Ukrainian families would take the train to the Polish border.
Actually, drive to the Polish border.
Drive to the Polish border. The father would put the mother and children on the train into Poland, and then would turn around and go back to fight. And so it's, everything old is new again, and we'd rather this was not. So.
No. So you're going to switch to Dulcimer.
Oh, now I got to get up on my high horse.
Yep. So we got 2 more songs for you, and we'll run a couple minutes past 8 o'clock, but that's all right.
It's our party, and we'll sing if we want to.
Yeah, on Where Are You Now? We have fiddle on that. Tracy Grammer, as big name in the folk world, is playing a beautiful fiddle part on that song that she did for us earlier in the year. And she'll be playing on at least one other track.
Yep.
She's got one. She's got to wait till she's back from tour.
I was about to say once she's home again, and that's part of the fun with having other musicians playing along on our CDs, is that with modern CD making, album making, you don't have to be in the same room with them. They don't have to be in studio with you. You may never even see them, but it's kind of fun.
You probably want to check tuning. Doesn't sound too bad.
Sounding pretty good. I tuned it twice before.
Okay.
She hadn't been out of the
And you should hold it up because nobody will be able to see you playing it.
True. Let me do a quick tune and then I will hold her up.
I could potentially tip the camera down a little bit, but I don't think it'll help.
No.
So this is, I'm going to need a pick for this.
You do.
One of several songs that I've written that were written specifically so that Faith would play dulcimer, because I like dulcimer and figured that was a good way to get her to play it.
And now I will hold it up so you can see this beautiful instrument. It is an Appalachian Mountain dulcimer.
This one came from Berea, Kentucky.
Yep. Made by a gentleman named Warren May, who at the time of our purchasing this had a sign in his shop in Berea that said, making a dulcimer a day, 6 days a week for 25, crossed out 30, crossed out 30, all the way up to 45 years.
With a plus after it.
With a plus after that. And during COVID, unfortunately, he did close his shop, which is a crying shame because not only is he a fabulous dulcimer maker, he's a fabulous woodworker, and the furniture he had in there was gorgeous. But he is still building dulcimers, and if you search for Warren May on Facebook, you will see about once a month or so he'll post 6 or 7 different dulcimers.
And he doesn't go start to finish on any given one in a day, but he's got one that gets finished every day.
Yeah. And when
it's amazing.
Oh, I know. When we went into his shop, there were 3 dulcimers that I fell madly in love with immediately. And we went back the next day with this guitar. So I wanted an instrument that would sound good with that guitar. One of the 3 had already sold. The second one sounded terrible with Dan's guitar.
Yeah, it's kind of clash.
Just the wood combination and overtones and stuff, it was not right. But this one was perfect with his guitar. And you'll notice the sound holes on it are hummingbirds. My Jeremy Seeger dulcimer is also hummingbird sound holes that we had custom made. My mother was a hummingbird nut.
This one just happened to
It
already
just
have
happened
them.
to already have
So it had to be the right one.
and we had to come home with this one. Sadly, we found out that Jeremy Seeger has passed away. The one who built
Up in Vermont, yeah.
my first like not cardboard box dulcimer. We were very, very sad to hear that. But yeah, Warren's still going strong.
Ready?
Yep.
This is called Love is the Song. Sing along. We won't hear you, but sing along anyway. Easy chorus.
You'll figure it out.
Each of us is damaged. Each of us is flawed. We do our best, try to be exactly who we are. Acceptance is believing in where we are today. Love is the answer. Love is the song. Love is the answer, no matter the question. Open your heart to the universal song. Love is the answer to any question. Love is the answer. Love is the song. Welcoming newborn twins on their first day. Pleasure and pain will come along the way. The future is theirs. Give them time to play. Love is the answer. Love is the song. Love is the answer, no matter the question. Open your heart to the universal song. Love is the answer to any question. Love is the answer. Love is the song. Young lovers out for a stroll on a starry night. A gentle hug or smile, a laugh of delight. Working together, their dreams take to flight. Love is the answer. Love is the song. Love is the answer, no matter the question. Open your heart to the universal song. Love is the answer to any question. Love is the answer. Love is the song. Holding a hand as aging eyes grow dim, a gentle smile when the world just seems so grim. A good life is ending, another soon begins. Love is the answer, love is the song. Love is the answer, no matter the question. Open your heart to the universal song. Love is the answer to any question. Love is the answer. Love is the song. Love is the answer. Love is the song.
Yeah, Debbie, I bet you're singing a sweet harmony on it. Miss you, my friend.
Yeah,
Miss singing with you.
Exactly. All right. Well, we're going to leave you with a song we often end with.
Yep, I just have to get off my high horse here.
One challenge with dulcimers: must be played sitting down unless you are one of only two people we know.
Or
actually, a few others.
Yeah, there are a few others, but we get the shaker lemon. Because
that was
that was
nearby.
in the room. It's our regular shakers in the downstairs.
Ready?
Yep.
On my way freedom's calling. On my way, going home. On my way, freedom's calling. On my way, going home. Crossing over River Jordan, crossing over to my home. Crossing over River Jordan, crossing over to my home.
Road is long, path is rocky. Road is long to my home.
Road is long, path is rocky. Road is long to my home. In the darkness as I travel, on my way going home. In the darkness as I travel, on my way going home.
Looking up to the North Star shows the way to my home.
Looking up to the North Star shows the way to my home. Live in peace, live in freedom, on our way, glory bound. Live in peace, live in freedom, on our way, glory bound. On my way, freedom's calling. On my way, going home. On my way, freedom's calling. On my way, going home. Here we go.
Yay! And yes, love is the song. Thanks for filling in for Tamar, Debbie.
Yeah.
And thank you for joining us on our little birthday bash in this 2023. We hope you all had wonderful holidays. We hope you have a happy, healthy, and peaceful New Year. And we hope we will see you in the new year. And thanks again. And yeah, hi to Betty. And hi to everyone else who was listening and not necessarily chatting. And thank you so much for those of you who do chat, because it helps us feel connected to y'all.
Thanks so much and good night.